peace, brothers and sisters. Your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Samba conversation. Listen, sorry for the late come on, but you know the adversary was messing with the internet. It's very obvious that these heathens, Hebrews in the newly installed heathenites don't like when I keep my foot on their necks. But again, the Father always has a plan, always finish the mission. And I just mentioned the Father, so let me give all praise and glory to the Father, Sunini Nanini, the great I am that I am. Round of applause for that. Yes. And to be honest, let me put this up a little bit to my face. Okay. And to be honest, believe me, when I tell you that these individuals, these Luciferians, these children of Cain, these Hamites, they know exactly what's going on this earth. And they're trying to silence any and everybody that's bringing forth not only biblical, but actual facts of who they are, what's going on, and above all things, who we are and who the Father's true name. And that name is Sunini Nanini. Yes, that's his name. And you can find this name. I want to say this name. You can find the name I am, but you can find that language, the Ikosa language, in Daniel 5 verse 25, and also our big brother spoke it in Matthew 27 verse 46. So you got to do your studies, show yourself approved. You understand? But on today's episode of the Samba Conversation, and I'm not gonna take too long today. You know, I got a lot to do today. We're just gonna uncover and just talk briefly of who is the God of the Jews and the Israelites. Oh yeah, you know you guys share the same God. You know you guys call on the same thing. You know you guys worship and participate in the same holidays or whatever. You call it holy days, but it's really holidays that you guys are participating in, because nothing is being done according to the Father and how he has laid out the times and the seasons, the wheres and the whens, right? You're supposed to keep the feast days according to the Holy Land, not according to what your teachers or your oppressors have taught you, right? But in my hand, I remember I told you I was going to give you this. Look. See if I can put it a little closer to the screen. Back up just a little bit. You guys probably can't see it. Let me put it on the other camera. Hold on. Let me put it onto the other camera. There you go. You see that? Can you guys see that? And I'm going to be reading this. Okay? I'll be reading this to you guys, because obviously you guys really don't know what's going on. Yeah, I got two cameras. But without further ado, people, it's gonna be a good one. And listen, this is fair use. This person that wrote this is a Khazar. He refers to himself as a Jewish man. So YouTube, please miss me with the foo-foo. This is fair use. This is for educational purposes. This is to enlighten my people, Sunini's children. I know you don't like it, but you gotta like it. Or should I say you ain't got no choice but to deal with it? Are you dumb or are you dumb? Listen to the Father say this to you. Are you dumb? Let's see. This is an article. This was written in April 9th, 2010. And I already showed you guys how it looked, right? This is Lucifer God of Judaism with a question mark. Replied to the Jewish scholar. It starts off and it says, "Brother, I am Jewish. Do you think I get pleasure in exposing the evils of my people? How do you think this makes my Orthodox relatives feel, or my parents, my grandparents?" And he puts, "I love Christ more, as he said, he that loveth the father or his mother more than me is not worthy of me." That's Matthew 10 and 37, right? And his name is Will Newman. I repeat, Will Newman, okay? Will Newman attended a Jewish synagogue and has relatives involved in the Talmudism, Kabbalah, the B'nai birth, and Masonry. Will address the response of a Jewish scholar who wished to remain anonymous. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that our big brother is the Christ, he is the Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the big bro. Whosoever denieth the denieth our brother, the same has not the Father. He acknowledged the Son has the Father also. 1 John. You already know these, right? So let's continue. It says, "My purpose." You know what? I think I should just like flip it down. Now I gotta get a higher tripod for me to do that, because I really want to flip it down, but I don't think, because you know my joint is so heavy, I think it's gonna tilt over. But I'll figure it out. It says, "My purpose in writing this article was to help free people from the deceptions of Satan and encourage them to follow the Father, Sunini." Listen carefully, people. This including you Israelites, especially for you Israelites, right? Because we all know Israelite is just Judaism and Christianity merged together. I repeat, Israelite is Judaism and Christianity merge together. Facts. It says, "All religion is of Satan, not just the Jewish religion. Religion is nothing but rituals and philosophies, traditions of men." Ritual, brothers that follow Mandem, follow their teachers and stuff instead of reading it for themselves, gaining wisdom, seeing contradictions and questioning those contradictions and asking for answers. And if the people that's teaching you is unable to give you the correct answer, or at least an answer that gets you close enough to decipher the plagiarism and the satanic and heathenistic installations within these scriptures, you're supposed to be walking away. But because you want to be loyal to Mandem, that ends up becoming a ritual and a philosophy, right? It says, the brother writes, "Where does God say to form a religion? Father never told us to do that. The Father never told us. In fact, religion came after the Most High's children was put into captivity, meaning these brothers and sisters always held to their practices. It was a cultural thing. It wasn't a religion. It was a cultural thing. You understand? These individuals always did that. When they started establishing religions, they knew that if we started a religion, we could have colored people follow our path, whether it's Islam, Judaism, Hindu, whatever you might want to call it. They knew that if they was able to establish a religion, brothers and sisters would cleave onto it, and by default, they will be your overseers or or your oppressors. This is a fact. Everything that I'm telling you, you guys know that this is to be true, right? Even in Judaism, or should I say Israelitism, you guys thinking that you're not answering to somebody. Ask yourself, how does 500 people walk down New York City with no pushback, no nothing, no police force? I just came from downtown Brooklyn today. Yesterday, I should say. I came from downtown Brooklyn, and you know everybody's running around doing these satanic shoppings. They got police officers in front of stores with AR-15s. Now here's a bunch of 500 people walking around the same. I was right across the street from the Barclays Center. Now here's a bunch of colored people, 500 deep, and you ain't see not a one police officer with ARs. First of all, you would have been arrested, because that's unless you get a permit, probably what they did. But the point I'm trying to make to you is, even the people that you thinking is your teachers that standing with you got to answer to the man. 501c3 got to answer to the man. Got any KZOs in your board members, got to answer to the man. That's just how it goes. No organization on the face of this earth here, especially here in America, will not prosper without their authoritative viewpoints. They may sell it to you like they the ones that's running the show and it's this and that. No. They answering to people. I'll leave it as that. And shout out to the sister and the brothers that's been unveiling this truth that's out there. You just got to do your studies and do your research, because I'm not the one here to expose. That's not what I'm here. I'm just here to raise that eyebrow like the rock. I can't do it, but when the eyebrow get risen, that's when it's time for you to start listening. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Let's continue. It says, where does the Father say to form a religion? The Father wants our obedience, love for our brethren, and faith in him. It's right here. It says faith in his son, but it's faith in him, because what did our big brother say? I come in my Father's name to do his will. So you got to have faith in the Father. Don't let these, again, this is Christianity and Judaism merge together. This is what Israelite movement is. They're teaching you to give all the glory and follow Christ, or which I call the big brother. Our big brother said, follow the Father. To know me is to know him. I don't come to do my will. I come to do the will of he that sent me. You understand? You got to know how to read the scriptures. Listen, our big brother left clues and ways to follow. Even when you read John and they try to make him king, he disappeared. He ran off. He don't call me king. I am nobody's king. There's only one king. His name is Sunini, the Father, that I am that I am. And we're going to read it. Let's continue. It says, before defending Judaism or any religion, remember what the Father says. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Isaiah 5:21. This is for a lot of you guys. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes. You know, the brothers that that feels like you can't tell them nothing. Like, I'm over here telling my own brothers, listen, you're not from where they tell you from. You are from the Holy Land. The Holy Land is Africa. Everything that they told you was a lie. Are you willing to be? Are you willing to be learned? Or are you gonna try to find things so you can be the one to say that's not what that means, or that don't make sense, or no, that's not what we doing, or no, yeah, it's Yah. Why would Jeremiah be in it? My mans, listen, what you think the first thing they did when they put us in captivity? They changed your name. They changed your name because they couldn't speak your language, so they had to put names where they could understand. Oh yeah, this is Yah, this is Jeremiah, this is Yahuwah, and all of these Yahs, because that's the language that they spoke. We don't speak that. We speak Isi Kosa. You understand? Come on, people. Let's go. It says, if you research the occult, you will learn that they worship Yahweh. Listen carefully. Listen. If you research the occult, you will learn that they worship Yahweh and Lucifer as the same entity, and that the names are the utmost important in the spiritual realm. Let me read that again. So for this is for you Israelites with all this Yah and the Kumbaya and the Bate ball head. This is you. You understand? This is for you. So every time you participating and you calling on something outside of the Father's true name, just know you calling on the devil. I'm reading it for you right here, right? This is a Jewish man. This is a man that goes into the synagogues. Okay? It says, if you research the occult, you will learn that they worship Yahweh and Lucifer as the same entity, and the names are of the utmost importance in the spiritual realm. Do you think that the Father did not know the importance of his own name? How else does one know who they are praying to if they do not invoke him by name? So when you guys are praying and you saying, "Oh Lord Jesus Christ," and that's not his name. When you saying, "Oh Ahaya," that's not his name. I'm saying this because I was doing that in ignorance, though. Hold on. I was doing that in ignorance. You understand me? In pure ignorance, I was praying onto that. So when I had a sister who put it on the comments, she asked, "Who do I pray to?" It damn sure it's not gonna be no Yahweh. It's not gonna be no Yah. It's not gonna be no Yahuwah. Anything with the word Yah is tetragrammaton. And I'm gonna show you. This is just the front page. This is just the front page, y'all. Right? So it's very important that you know who you worship. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. Let me give you guys some chicken. Let me give you some chicken wings right here, man. Y'all need to eat some food. I'm gonna feed you right now. Hold on. Let's look this up. Let me look this up. I'm gonna show. Let me share my screen. Right. No, it's telling me to update. We're gonna install later. You see how this heathens work? Let me share my screen with y'all. Right? You see? Even our big brother know the Father's name. Look at this right here. You see that? Before Abram was who? The I am. The I am. Look, let's go down to 5:58. Our big brother said unto them, hold on, let me take the Strongs out. Okay, you know, I do my studies. I don't kind of play with you guys, right? And it says, and our big brother said unto them. See, you always notice that our big brother is always speaking to the Jews. You see this? He's always speaking to them. See, the Jews and our big brother was two different people. Okay? And I could prove this all in the book of John. But you guys are not ready yet. I'm going to say that for another day, right? And it says, our big brother said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abram was, I am. See, so before Abram, it was Sunini, right? The great I am. Don't let these people tell you anything. Don't let these people tell you anything. Be not deceived, right? But we're gonna go. I want to go straight to Exodus chapter 20. Be not deceived. You see this? You see this? You see when it says number 6, and show a mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments, right? Look what 7 says. Thou shalt not take the name of the Father in vain, for the Father will not hold him guiltless that take his name in vain. So when you calling on somebody else's name, you're disrespecting the Father. You're taking his name in vain. See, he's not going to hold you guiltless. You ever ask yourself, how's all these brothers keeping these laws, doing etc., but still remain the tail and not the head? Some of these people ain't the only people that's prosperous in this movement right here are those that is in the teachable position. Okay, those that started this whole organization. They the ones that's prosperous. The regular sheeps, oh no, you at the bottom of the map. But I want to continue reading. I want to continue reading. I want to continue reading. Right? It says, it says, do you think that the Father did not know the importance of his name? How else does one know who they are praying to if they do not invoke him by name? How do you know that you are not praying to the devil? It says, Sunini, the Lord, that is his name, and my glory will I not give to another. That's in Isaiah 42 verse 8. You heard what he says? And his glory will not be given to anybody else. You see that they make sure, see, the Father leave clues. The Father leave clues. That's why he said precept upon precept, line upon line. You hear a little, dare a little. Study to show thyself approved. He leaves things here. And I remember when I came into this awakening, I said, wait, look, it says I am Sunini. But at that time I was calling on these satanic, heathen, pagan, Luciferian, fallen identity doctrines of worship of names like Ahaya that really was. And listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we working on getting the identification of who Ahaya is. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Listen to me carefully when I tell you that he's one of the top fallen deities. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they got that information locked away. But we working on it. And if it be the Father's will, I repeat, if it be the Father's will, it will be in our possessions by the next satanic New Year. Let's continue. It says, Sunini, your Father. That is my name. Because when you got to change the Lord for Father, he's your Father. I can show you that in Luke chapter 3. Matter of fact, let's go to Luke. Because we need to adjust how we refer to your Father. You call it, this is your Father. 38. Let me give you my screen again. Scroll down. Why are they bothering me? Oh, not now. My bad, y'all. Peace, Brody. Peace. Peace. Look, I'm going to show you guys something. Let me move this further. When you go to Luke chapter 3, and for those that's tuning in, get your Bible so you guys can't say that this is me just putting things in the air, right? Luke chapter 3, verse 38 says, well, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Steph, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of who? Remember, we was made in his likeness and his image. When you have a child, your child carries on your likeness and your image. See, they try to make it seem like, oh, God is just this superior. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's deeper than what people is telling you. But the reason why we should not indulge into that, because like the scripture says, his thoughts is not our thoughts. We're not even, what he could think about, we couldn't even fathom to think of and deal with. The man created a whole world by himself. When that time comes, when we reach him, and we sit down and we talk to him, he will unveil and tell us. And who knows? He probably might tell us everything in our lifetime, because the 400-year sentence that we had upon the children of Akobi, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that 400-year sentence is off. It has been uplifted off us. This is why I'm receiving revelations and I'm seeing the scriptures. He took the veils off. So now he's going to make you pinpoint, look, this right here, that right there. My name was right here. Look at the language that I spoke. I never spoke Hebrew. I don't know who that is. I'm going to give you documentations like this so you can see, and you're going to expose these people for who they are. And that's also including you heathenites, not Israelites. You are heathenites. You guys follow the ways of the heathens. Jeremiah 10 tells you not. Follow not the ways of the heathens. But guess what you guys do? You do the same exact thing. You keep the feast days around the same time as Thanksgiving. Hanukkah, you doing that too. Everything they do, you do it. You want to say, anything you can do, I can do better. This is what you guys are doing, right? Let's continue. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heavens given amongst men where we must be saved. So this is Acts 4:12. And you know our big brother is really talking about the Father. There's no name. You got dudes really calling our big brother and mixing it up with Joshua. Like and argue this. But we'll all agree that the name Jesus was an interjection. We know Jesus is synonymous with Azus. Azus synonymous with Zeus or Jesus. Jesus is synonymous with Zeus. Zeus is who? Lucifer. Come on, people. So we know this, but yet here we are saying, yeah, Jesus was an interjection, but it's not Jesus, is Yahushua. Come on, people. Really? Or have we lost ourselves this much that when these heathens tell you to jump, you don't even question, you just say ha ha? Come on, people. Let's reason together. Please, let's continue. And it says, "O Father, thou art, I will exalt thee, and I will praise thy name." Isaiah 25:1. Let's continue. I know I said I was going to make this a short lesson, so I got to stick to it, right? It says, how can you praise God if you don't even know his name? Someone's name is the first thing you learn when you meet them. The Bible tells you that God's name is I am that I am, Sunini Nanini, right? This is my name forever, and you reject it? Now, it says, will you accept the Jewish encyclopedia, right? It says, under the Tetragrammaton, the oldest exegesis, such as Una, Elios, and the Telegram of Jerusalem, and the Pseudo Jonathan regarding Eye, and Eye Ashar Eye is as the name of the divinity, and accepted the etymology of Haye equal to be, right? Look, all of these things, look at the divinity and the anthropology of this is not the Father's name, right? It says Haye to be, right? Samuel B. M.E.R. Commentary on Exile the Third, 14, under Adonai and Bel. The name Bel apparent. Listen, the name Bel apparently is equivalent for Yahweh. When you look up Bel and Yahweh, it also looks, when you look up Bel, it falls under Lord. So you know, Lord, when you say, oh my Lord Jesus Christ, you say you giving praise to Bel at the highest order. When you call the Father Yah or Yahweh or Yahuwah or anything with that language, you're giving Lucifer. He got you in the Old and the New Testament. They just told you the Haye, Eye. They got different versions, but it all stems from the Tetragrammaton. The Tetragrammaton is not, I repeat, is not no association with the Most High's children. unless you want to follow Judaism, which a lot of you so-called Israelites are doing. Israelite movement is nothing but Judaism and Christianity merge together. Prove me wrong. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. I'll wait. Shoot me, leave a message. I'll check the messages after I'm finished with this, right? It says, do you place more faith? Listen to what this man is saying. He says, do you place more faith in your degrees and education than in the Father? What theological seminary did Moses go to? What school did our big brother go to? The answer, none. They received their wisdom through their understanding, through faith in their Creator and in his word. Okay? Moses, see, they put the word faith. I don't like to use the word faith. I like to use confidence. Enoch had confidence in the Father. That's why he did what he did. See, Adam lost. He didn't have confidence. He didn't have trust into the word. That's why he ate the forbidden fruit. Whether his wife did it, Eve told him to, doesn't matter. He didn't have that confidence. Yet Abram is your modern day, is the Adam that the Father wanted. I repeat, Abram is the Adam the Father wanted Adam to be. Abram did that. Abram did that. And that's why he got everything he has received. You understand? Let's continue. Oh, y'all don't get these lessons like this. Y'all don't get it like this. Y'all get the white man's the devil. Hey, we're not doing that. That's not getting you. That's not gonna be beneficial for you when you stand before the Father in the day of judgment. I'll tell you that right now. If anybody that's seeking the word of the Father to use it as a tool to go against brothers and sisters, when you got your own inner demons and your own self to check out and fix, and you want to use that against brothers and sisters, fire and brimstones for you. And guess what, Israelites? You claim this, you breaking the commandments. Oh, we gonna show it. Don't worry. Right? It says, thus said the Father. So when you see, that's why I don't say Lord, I say the Father, because you know these things was interjected in paying homage to Baal. Yes, King James was a Luciferian. Remember, nobody gave King James the authority or his family to become king according to the Father. I don't care. Yes, he could be an Israelite, but he damn sure ain't a child of the Most High. Okay? Israelites are Luciferian babies. Jew, Khazars, whatever you want to call them. Europeans, they're not from our stock, and they know that. They will tell you. This is why when it comes to obeying the Father, the scripture says the Father's name is dreadful amongst the heathens. It tells you that. But I digress. I'll save that. It says, thus said the Father, cursed be the man that trusts in man, whose heart depart from the Father. Jeremiah 17:5. It says, blessed is the man that trusts in the Father, whose hope the Father is. That is Jeremiah 17:7. You say no typical Jewish thought today claim to know God's real name. It has been lost throughout the ages. In fact, only the high priest and his family ever knew God's name. This is what they tell you. So this is what I want. This is what I be asking you guys, especially you Israelites. They will never, I repeat, they will never ever give you the true name of the Father, because they know what comes with that. Okay? I don't care what demographics, what teachings, what level. These people are the children of Cain. They will never tell you who you are so you can get your power. And then by default, like 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14 says, if you shall humble yourself. Matter of fact, let's pull that up. Right? Let's pull that up. Let me share my screen again. Why I keep showing me this? Stop. Let's pull that up. Verse 14, let's read what it says. It says, if my people, which call by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins. What's sin? The transgression of their law, and I will heal their land. This is what the Father said. So you must ask yourself, do you think for 1 second, one measly second, that your oppressor, your overseer, your father of Judaism and Christianity, because none of us pertain in that. You can't find those religions in the Old Testament, right? Will ever give you the true name of the Father. We don't have, I tell you guys this all the time, we don't have military. We never had a factory to make bombs and nuclear weapons. Everything of our strength came from the Father. When we went to war, when you read 2 Kings, when you read the book of Joshua, when you read, anytime we went to war, who was doing the majority of the work was the Father. Say, yo, don't worry. When Moses had to hold this, when he had the tablets in his hands, when he kept it up, you don't even know the symbolic behind that. Keeping it up is giving praise to the word of the Father. So he has to show you that he's real. I had to put things under his hands so he could keep his hands like this. Come on, people. We don't have no military. You think military is for us? You think everything that they're building up is for us? They're building it up because they are preparing for that great day of Armageddon. These people really believe that they're going to be able to take down the Most High and his angels. They believe it. But I digress. Right? It says the Jewish encyclopedia will tell you under blasphemy that according to the Talmudic tradition, the scared name was in early times known to all, but later it was restricted. So this is what they telling you, right? It says the name Sunini was restricted because it has the power to save those who pray to that name. It says Christ prayed to the name I am. Before Abram was, I am. You can find that in John chapter 8, verse 58. It's time we're gonna unveil. It's time for us to bring out the truth. Listen, don't be surprised if I get a strike for this. Don't be surprised, because what I'm telling you is gonna hit home. These people know. It's you that don't know. It's that pride that's in you, Israelite. It's the pride that's in you, that you refuse to accept the fact that you got duped. Yes, your manhood was taken away from you. And instead of fighting back, you want to be little girls and want to be emotional and want to come at people like me because I'm bringing forth the truth. I'm not here to lie to you. Anybody that knows me, a couple of months ago, I was calling on a higher man. Facts. Now here I am. The Father's has gave me him, his name, his language. And now brothers is in a level of combat because I'm going against what I was doing and participating and teaching better than y'all. Some of y'all still on this Yahweh and all of that. I was beyond that. Beyond that. But I digress. Right? It says, of course, listen to what it says. It says, of course, you ain't going to get the truth in the theologian seminaries paid with filthy lucre. Brother, it says, brother, I am Jewish. Do you think I get pleasure in exposing the evil of my parents? How do you think this makes my Orthodox relatives feel? Or my parents, my grandparents? But he says, I love Christ more. I read that in the beginning. Now he's gonna give you the Talmud. This is the Talmud, right? This is in their book. You claim the Talmud to be a valuable source of historic and homiletic keys to understanding our Messiah. Apparently, you have not read the Talmud, because this is what it says about our big brother and the non-Jews. You know, the non-Jews, you know, and you guys are claiming to be Jews. You're, in their eyes, you're non-Jews. No matter what you do, no matter how much, they know that you're not a Jew. Because don't you ask yourself, the non-Jews, the Bantus, you see, come on, people. Come on, people. That's just a curiosity. That's for all of us who do some studies, even myself, right? It says, our big brothers in hell being boiled in hot excrement. This is Gittatine 58a. The next one says, Mary, the mother of our brother, was a whore and played the harlot with the carpenters. That's in the Sanhedrin. These are the Sanhedrin. You hear this? The Sanhedrin 10:106a/B, right? It says, our big brother practiced sorcery and enticed Jacob to apostrophe. It's the Sanhedrin 43a. It says, listen carefully. Listen carefully what I'm about to read. It says, the Jews must destroy the books of the Christians. And let me say that again. We're gonna replace the Christians and say the Bantus. The Jews must destroy the books of the Bantus, right? I.e., the New Testament. And I won't even call it the New Testament. They wanted to destroy the scrolls, which they have. You know, the Dead Sea Scrolls, they took it and played the heck out of it. I'm still reading it and seeing these people say verbatim in the introduction, we compile all this information to suit our likings and what we want the people, our likings and our agenda to persuade to the people. This is what they wrote. I got it in one of these books. Somebody remind me so I can take a picture and send it to you guys so you guys know. Matter of fact, I'll probably post it on my YouTube as a post and you guys can see it. I have all these information, people. Right? It says a Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years old. This is the Sanhedrin again, 54b. When a grown-up man has intercourse with a little girl, it is nothing. This is the Ketubot 11b. This is what you people are basing your understanding after. This is what it is. You want to speak their language. You want to be in their you want to be in their religions. You want to be in the mix of them. You want to prove to Europeans that you are better Europeans than them. This is what you want to do. Let's continue. But you know, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I'm telling you, your holy land is in Africa. They lied to us. I'm telling you that in 2022, there's still colored people there that look exactly like you. I'm the one wilding. But they got you believing that you come from the Middle East. But you can go on Google right now, 2022. You can go on Google and still not even a percentage of colored people living there. But yet that was once upon a time our land. So the billions of people fled and went into Africa. So they went into Africa. So if you from the Middle East and you are Hebrewic and you speak Hebrew, don't you think that language also should have made a transfer into Africa? Why nobody in Africa speaking Hebrew? At least not a high percentage. At least somebody. You know why? Because what they telling you never happened. We never left there. We never spoke these languages. The only people that spoke Hebrew till this day in 2022 are European, Jewish, Yiddish, Russian, Ukrainian, Bolivian. These are people that has no association with us. But yet here we all want to argue and come fight with me because I'm telling you the truth. You are a Bantu. Let's continue. It says, listen. Listen to what it says. It says a woman who had intercourse with a beast is eligible to marry a Jewish priest. A woman who has sex with a demon. Listen. This is who you guys are following. This is who you guys want to partake in. Let me read that again. It says a woman who has sex with a demon is also eligible to marry a Jewish priest. This is in the Yawamouth 59b. It says all Gentile children or animals. The Yearboth 98a. Right? It says Jews may use lies. Listen to what it says. Jews may use lies to circumvent a Gentile. So when you see them, they giving you this understanding and you reading their books and their dictionaries, they're telling you that they're going to lie to you because it's not supposed to give you any information to set you free. But they're telling you this. Listen, man. I'm reading this out of a sheet. Let me put the other camera so you guys can see this. Let me put the other camera on so you guys can see this. I'm reading out of a sheet, guys. Look. Look. I'm up to where it says Jews right here. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Come on, guys. Let me go back to the other camera. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's continue. Right? It says, when a Jew murder a Gentile, they call it a katin, there will be no death penalty. When a Jew steals from a Gentile, he may keep it. This is also in the Sanhedrin 57a, right? And a lot of you books like to read the Sanhedrin. I got this from the Sanhedrin Bible. Okay, cool. Just know what you're doing, right? Let's continue. It says, the brother says, can I stop reading yet? Throw every last volume of the Talmud in the garbage where it belongs. It is pure wickedness. And that is absolutely right. This is a Gentile saying this. This is a Khazar. This is a Will Newman. Okay? So I don't want you guys making it seem like this is me saying this. I'm reading this from him. Right? Salvation is through the Jews. You say, do not the scriptures also teach to love and respect the Jewish people? Yes, we are to love the children of Jacobi. You're supposed to respect the children of Jacob, right? Which I do with all my heart and strength. However, neither you nor I are amongst the biblical children of Jacobi. The Ashkenazis are Russians descended from the Khazaric Empire. Not to mention, according to prophecy, the return of the Bantus till their land will come at the time of our big brother's return, and he will usher in world peace, and he shall judge amongst the nations and shall rebuke many people. That's including you Israelites. He will rebuke you for the lies. But you heard the scripture says, but we prophesied and we healed in your name. No, you did not. You was healing in Lord. You was healing in Christ. You was healing in Yahushua. You was healing in Yahweh. You was healing in Ahaya. You was healing in all these European satanic heathenistic names. None of you guys was healing in the Father's name. Sunini nanini. None of you guys was speaking in the closer language. Ele la tabatani. Yes, that's Isi closer. That is Bantu language. That is not European. That is not Hebrew. That is not Paleo. Whatever nonsense that you guys want to cleave on to, he was not speaking that. So if he isn't speaking that, and when we calling on these heathenistic European Hebrewic names, who are you calling? Who are you really praying to? Why hasn't your prayers been answered? Why are we still the tail and not the head? How? What's going on? I'm telling you what's going on. We're going against the Father. Let's continue. Let's continue. It says, not to mention, according to, I read that. Rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords and plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against a nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right? Our big brother is not back yet, and the true Bantus are still scattered. See, we're not lost, we're scattered. The only people that's lost are those that's claiming to be Israelites. You're lost. The Bantus were scattered. And the Father, when you read Third Baruch, see, there's a lot of books you need to read. Read Third Baruch, and he's going to tell you that he's going to bring us right back unto the Holy Land. We have to go back into the Holy Land in order for our big brother to come back. When we go back into the Holy Land, we're going to be met with resistance because the Holy Land has been occupied by the Gentiles. Like Luke chapter 21 says, it has been occupied by Gentiles. Yes, these Gentiles own 80% of the Holy Land right now. So when we come back and we like, yo, nah, we gotta go. We're gonna be met with force. That's when our big brother is gonna come. That's when you're gonna see war happening. The war, the Valley of Jehoshaphat is taking place. It's not gonna take place in no Middle East. Oh no. The Valley of Jehoshaphat is gonna take place in the same areas that they took us, in the northern tribes, the northern kingdom, which is in Benin, Cameroon. In the west, where they took us, that's where the Father's going to judge them. You know how much blood was shed on them shorelines? Millions. I repeat, millions. You think the Father forgot? Where the Father dwells is timeless. He didn't forget. He just staring up. He had to let us go through our punishment. Our punishment is over. And now we getting ready. Now we getting ready for you know what. Oh yeah, they know. Listen, these Gentiles know. Why you think Biden wants to give $500 billion to Africa now? Around the same time the money is about to collapse. We're gonna get into that a whole nother time. But listen, trust me, they need to occupy these areas. Look up, they got warships on east side of Africa, north, the east and the west. Why? China's there. All the nations are there. The UN is to make sure that Psalms 83 is for real. Come on, man. Let's read. Right? It says, Christ is our big brother is not back yet, and the true Bantus are still scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. There are millions, all right? There are millions of dead Arabs to prove that the real Bantus have not returned yet, have not returned to where? The Holy Land yet. Deuteronomy chapter 28 tells us that for the disobedient to the Father, curse will be upon the Bantus for a sound and a wonder upon their seed forever. Deuteronomy 28:46. By these curses, we know who Bantu is, who the Bantus are. Do the Jewish people fit these curses? Why wasn't if we from the Middle East? Why wasn't there no ships in the Mediterranean? I know there should at least been something over there to pick us up, to send us to these places, because Sarah's the mother of billions. Come on, people. I listen. Sometimes I just be baffled the fact that people is really defending this foolishness when I'm showing you guys this verbatim. I'm showing you guys this. This is a Jewish person that's professing. See how the Most High works? You see how the Father works? He's making people confess before the day of judgment. Let's continue. It says, it is written that the biblical Bantus will forget their identity, be sold into slavery with ships, and be impoverished forever. The African American, you see, they got to make sure they put that there. The Most High left that there for a reason. And other West African families listen, are the historical tribe of Judah, the Ashkenazis. The Ashkenazi Jews were the principal financiers of the slave trade. Ooh, look what this is a Jewish person telling the truth. They was the financial people of the slave trade. So of course they're gonna give you the name Yahweh, Jeremiah, Elijah. They're going to give you those names because that's the language that they spoke. How was they going to be able to identify you? They weren't going to be able to remember you as Akobi. That language is too hard for them to remember. Come on. What was the first thing that they took from us when we come here as slaves? They took away your name. And when they changed their names because they wanted to remain synonymous and hidden, like the hidden hand, that's why the scripture says until the son of perdition had been exposed, that's when the end shall come. So they hide their hands. So they changed their names. It went from hamburger to John Stone. And then changed it to Johnson. And all the slaves, especially the African Americans, had to have the last name of Johnson, Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Johnson. Okay? Still, it's still not clicking yet? Come on, people. Know who you are. Know who got their hands on your records. Know who's the one that's leading you astray. Know who's the one that's giving you all your literature. All of them. If they have any correlation with Jewish in them, Khazar in them, their main job is to lead you astray. I just read it to you that they are here to lie to the Gentiles. It's in their book. Right? The Septuagints, right? You can find that in the Baba Kamama 113a. Okay? It's in their books. They will never look you in your face and be honest and tell you the truth. Ever. So don't ever come to me, come tell me foolishness, talking about you don't know, you ain't learned, you ain't doing this. No. I remember Deuteronomy chapter 28 and what it says. The Father said, you shall be sold unto your enemies. An enemy can never be your friend. Your enemy can never be your partner. Your enemy can never be a lover. Even the interracial marriages. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. You know how many people I know that get into interracial marriages and let them get into an argument, especially if it's a white person dealing with them. That white person is going to have no problem shouting out that N-word. You dirty nigga, you this, Listen, they do this because these are your enemies. Look at that brother, man, that just committed. Look at the brother that just committed suicide the other day. Somebody said something. I'm gonna give you the reference, bro. I'm gonna give you the reference. Everything. I'm gonna give it to you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna scan it. Remind me. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna send it to you. Your enemies. Never forget that, right? It says. And thou, even thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I have given thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies. Even Jeremiah 17 tells you that. Serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. It says, is the Bantu a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Or you should say, is Jacob a servant? Because we know the name Israel was an interjection. The Father never changed his name to Israel, people. And I'll have to give a whole lesson on that because a lot of you guys have been sucked into the lies that you can find in the Bamba Kamama 113a. Let's continue, right? It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders. Yeah. Don't ever think that these people wasn't in our land. When our big brother was walking when our big brother was walking on the scene, who you think he was talking to? He was always having a disagreement with the scribes, the Jews, the scribes, the Pharisees. He was never talking to his people. He was healing his people. He was breaking bread with his people. But when it came to them, the hypocrites, the vipers, he exposed them. That's why when they seen him doing miracles and doing this, they wanted to kill him. Who is this man? There's only one people. There's only one people that desire blood. People that desire innocent blood. That's why he said, "You are of your father, the devil, and the works of the father you shall do." The devil got children too, people. But you unlearned because you're reading it in a European perspective. You're not reading it in the Bantu, in the father's point of view. Let's continue. All right. Where was I? It says, "It is written that the biblical Bantus will forget their identity, be sold into slavery, and be impoverished forever. The African Americans, the West African families are the historical tribes of Judah. The Eskimo." Oh, I read this already, right? It says, look, it said, our big brother told us about the Jews, the Jewish people that were to come. It says, "I know thy works and tribulations and poverty." We all know these scriptures. I don't even have to read this. You guys know these scriptures. Let's continue. Oh. Right? It says, Freemasonry. Regarding Freemasonry in Israel, this article shows the extent of its power. He that regardeth reproof is perjured. This is Proverbs 5:15. Correction is grievous unto him that forsakes the way. Proverbs 15:10. I pray that you come into the truth, brother, and forsake Judaism and religion altogether, for I am not ashamed of the gospel. Okay? And the brother asks, where can I? Let me share my screen so you can see it. Let me give you this. Hold on. You can see it at the bottom. You see it? You see it? henrymacow.com/Lucifer_Judaism. God reply. You know, you see it. You see it. That's for you. Do not be led astray, people. Be led astray. These people are not this religion, Judaism, Israelite. This is not for us. We are not those people. We are the Bantus. They are liars. They are of the father, the devil. They've been a liar from the beginning. There's no truth in them. And when you start to see that and understand that, once you put that in the forefront, that everything that you receive, if it's not written by your forefathers in the Holy Land, or it's not a wisdom that was passed down by your ancestors, you then must question everything that you receive. From King James all the way to every other book that you receive, you must read it with a magnifying lens. You must read it, go back, do etc., etc. Some of you guys didn't even know that Noah only had 2 children. But these people make you believe that he had 3. He only had 2, Shem and Japheth. So who's Ham? Hamburger, Buckingham Palace. They put themselves into everything. Bethlehem. They put themselves in everything. And got you believing that Ham, which is the Holy Land, is a place for who? But they got you focusing on the Northeast. But why they trying to who invaded the land of Kimberley in South Africa, took all the gold? Where do you think they're getting the diamonds from? They're not getting it from any other place. Africa is the biggest resource of it all, is in one place. The promise that was given unto Abram, the land that I will give you will be filled with milk and honey. Tell me another place that's able to produce these things. Tell me any other place that got all the animals of God's creation, of the Father's creation. Tell me where. You have to make it make sense. You've been lied to. I've been lied to. I've been duped. But I accepted the disrespect, and I accepted. You know why? Because it wasn't my time for me to learn. I wasn't supposed to learn. 2020 is equal. 20 times 20 equals 400. And this is when the Father started bringing forth his truth. This is the same time these heathens started bringing forth the, you know what, these medical procedures. Listen carefully. They know something that you don't know. And now you see, now all of a sudden, you know how long I had that book, The Hebrews to Negroes? I had that book for years. Why you think they're making that such a push right now? Why? You know why? Because they know what the Father is doing. They got colored people like me that say, nah, that is not the Father's name. Nah, we ain't from Israel. Nah, we not from there. Nah, the Holy Land been where we was taken from. They see that. So they got to throw the wrench out there. They got to first bring in Kanye. You guys don't even understand who Kanye, man. Kanye is an ops, people. Even Kyrie to a degree. When you see his sneakers, he put I am and then he put God. So he knows Sunini is God. Kyrie doesn't even claim to be an Israelite. He just say, I know who I am. Ooh. Is he giving us a sign? That's why they had to silence him, put that man on the sidelines. Listen, the owner went to his house. What you going there for? What you need to come talk to me about? Ain't I suspended? Nah. They need to know what he know. You understand? Claim your heritage, man. Come back to the Father, man. Sunini is his name. Okay? I put plenty of videos up on YouTube. I said, if you guys need more, if you want in-depth biblical, mathematical, map-wise understanding, geographical understanding, I will bring you forth to the elder. I'm not there yet as far as pinpointing maps and this, that. I'm still learning. But I'm not going to have a platform and continue preaching this European Gentile teachings upon my people. Because the world is getting crazy. Judgment is around the corner. And it's time for my brothers and sisters to get out of these European teachings. This satanic, European, heathenistic, heathenite teachings. I got Israelites mad at me because I told them there should be no exodus for you Israelites. There'll be no, listen to when I say this. Look at me in my face when I tell you there should be no exodus for any one of you Israelites. None whatsoever. You should die where you stand. I repeat, you should die where you stand. What do you think? So where you think you're gonna make refuge at? You think you're gonna make the refuge in the Middle East amongst the Gentiles? When the great war starts, you think these people not gonna let them know where you at? You're gonna have to be amongst your own. People that look like you. People that will bring you into their house, give you shelter and protection. That's where the Father's gonna gather all his children together in one place. It's not gonna be in the Middle East. It's not gonna be in Iraq. It's not gonna be in Jordan. It's not gonna be in Iran. It's not gonna be none of these places. It's gonna be in one place, and it's gonna be right in Africa. And then when these people come, the Most High is gonna start something that's gonna bring them, that's gonna lead them right to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and there will he plead for his people, and there will he bring judgment upon all those that did the children of Jacob, firstborn Jacob, wrong. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to the Father, Sunini Nanini, the great I Am. Thank you. I appreciate all those that tune in. I appreciate all those that support. Share this video. Give it to the people. Let these people know who they are serving, because they are not serving the Father. You understand me? You understand me? Keep these commandments and live. Break the law and die. Are you dumb or are you dumb? I'ma holla. One.